Well, hello everyone, Larry back with you again, and it is a beautiful day here in northwest Alabama. As you can see, the sun is shining. It's getting up close to 60 degrees. There's a little breeze blowing, few clouds in the sky, but other than that, it is a beautiful day and a welcome change to what we've been having over the past few days and weeks now. What I'm working on today is, and as you can see in behind me, we pretty much got the tractor shed finished, the shed addition, and we got it painted, got the trim work painted, pretty much completed with that. But in the far end of the tractor shed, there's an area there that I am considering putting a shelf because it is high enough that Big John will go up in under it, and I'm considering putting a shelf there that I might be able to store the bucket on while it's not in use, maybe while I've got to grapple on. So we're just kind of working on that, but primarily what I'm doing is sawing some 2x6s and 2x4s out of some logs out here that we really need to get sawn before they get too bad on me. They're, I think, already beginning to rot on the outside a little bit, so using the LT15 start by Mizer, I'm going to try to mill those into some 2x4s and 2x6s. So thank you so much for joining us here on the channel today, St. Nick's Farms. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you will. I would certainly appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, share it with a friend, leave a comment down below. So without further ado, let's get started, folks. The logs that the log that I am milling today is part of some of the logs that I took down back whenever I enlarged the area for the sawmill. I had Matthew Green to come over and do the work for me, and we took down some trees, or he took down some trees, and I cut those up into different lengths, and those are the logs that are here on the ground, and I will be moving one of them up on the sawmill. Two reasons. Number one is to just basically see what condition these logs are in on the inside, because they have been laying on the ground for quite some time. They have started to deteriorate or rot on the outside, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any usable lumber out of these logs, but I'm going to try cutting up or sawing this one today and seeing what the condition of the logs are, seeing what condition this log is. So I'm bringing it around to put it on the LT15 start sawmill. I'm trying to adjust it so that I can get the log moved around to the first log bunk and get it to where that it will be in a good position to start sawing. So let's see how this comes out and see what condition this log is in. Here in just a minute on the video, I want you to notice as I'm bringing the loader and the grapple down how that the two functions, both coming down and leveling out the grapple, works pretty good on Big John. I was pleased with the way this hydraulic system on the loader works. See what kind of condition this log is in. The log is still not in good enough condition at this point, just from taking the initial slab off of it, that I'm going to have to go back and cut another. I cut about a 1-inch cut this time to see if I could get down to some solid wood. The area that I initially cut here is not very solid. I can still see signs of decay in it, so I'm making this second cut here to try to get down to some solid wood. Well, there you have it, folks. I was able to get out of that log 2 full width 2x4s, and then I was able to get this one that's left here, which is 1.5 inches by 4. So I'll be able to utilize these in this project that I'm thinking about. But I've got some other logs up here that I think I'll be milling out more along the lines of 2x6s to give me support for that shelf. But thank you for joining us today on St. Nick's Farms. We're a little bit late about getting this week's video out. I did some painting again yesterday, and quite frankly, when I'm painting, I don't like to be working with the cameras, because I know I would get the paint all over the cameras if I started trying to document that. So I opted not to film any yesterday, and so I'll be late this week getting this video out. But thank you again for joining us. I really do appreciate it. Come back and see us next time here on St. Nick's Farm. So until then, folks, have a great one. Bye-bye, everybody.